What's going on, YouTube? It's Willie Knox Hill. Listen, as you can see, I am away right now. I'm getting ready to play my first headline show in 5 years. It is sold out. I didn't bring my gear, my equipment with me because I didn't think I'd be doing reactions, but there is something that I absolutely have to do. So we're going to make do. We're recording on the phone. We borrowed a mic. This right here, right now, is history. We got new Linkin Park. We got a new League of Legends. Heavy is the crown. What, in the tapestry? Holding a trophy? It's like League of Legends lore through the years in history. Eerie church bells. Whoa!
It's pouring in, you're laid on the floor again. One knock at the door and then we both know how the story ends. You can't win if your white flag's out when the war begins. Aiming so
Story ends, war begins. Mike Shinoda coming through. He is rapping on this. I love how he wastes no time, goes straight into attack mode. But the instrumentation on this, right? You mix that, just the electric guitars, the pulsating rhythms of Linkin Park, right? And then you just cut in some of those sample cuts, right? You got the strings cutting off to the side as well. It's got just a little bit of that hip hop feel to it with the percussive hits, the way everything drops in, man. This is the bread and butter of Linkin Park. And I love just some of the graphics of this, right? Heavy is the crown. Carrying the crown right there. You've got the T1 flag in the background. Shout out to the champions from 2023. I'm talking about T1, baby. Right? As they're like proceeding through. It's almost like a church procession in a cathedral. And that's LP, isn't it? Again, the graphics, they're like, reminds me of Arcane. By the way, when is season 2 of Arcane coming out? Somebody's got to comment and let me know. I'm ready for that. Aoki getting the turntables ready. BLG flag. Yeah, you just hear that off to the side. And these guitars are just kind of menacing right there. They're just like sitting on the edge of the cliff before we like dive and take that final rush into it all. He planted that flag like I planted my, on the porcelain throne this morning. I just sat there and planted it in. Too much information, probably.
it's pouring in, you're laid on the floor again. One knock at the door and then we both know how the story ends. You can't win if your white flag's out when the war begins.
Facts.
Aiming so high but swinging so low, trying to catch fire but feeling so cold. Hold it inside and hope it won't show. I'm saying it's not, but inside I know. Today's gonna be the day.
Man, I love the rhyme writing from Mike here.
Again, one knock at the door and then we both know how the story ends. You can't win if your white flag's out when the war begins.
I love the line, you can't win. The white flag's out when the war begins. Because this, for me, it feels like, obviously it's a league song. We're talking about the world championships. So you have to have that visual imagery and lyricism that ties in with that rising up. But I love these type of songs. They're like your gym motivational workout music, right? Before like any event, to hype yourself up, to build yourself and get yourself ready. And if you've already been defeated mentally, how are you going to go perform? How are you going to go win out there?
Aiming so high but swinging so low.
Just that juxtaposition of high to low. Aiming so high but swinging so low. Trying to catch fire but feeling so cold. Notice how he enunciates fire to like fit it in with like the A internal rhymes and then back to the B rhymes. Like the fire, higher, low, cold external schemes.
Trying to catch fire but feeling so
Even the juxtaposition of trying to catch fire but feeling cold inside. Feeling numb inside, right? Going through that internal conflict, and yet you're expected to catch fire and to bring that heat and bring that smoke for everyone.
flags out when the war begins. Aiming so high but swinging so low. Trying to catch fire but feeling so cold. Hold it inside and hope it won't show. I'm saying it's not, but inside I know. Today's gonna be the day you notice. Cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd. Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
You know what? She's got a nice rasp to her voice for a rock singer, right? Just when she goes into attack mode, some of those aggressive notes, but very interesting line. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crown, right? Makes me think of like Shakespeare, heavy lies the crown. But in this case, I wonder if that's a deeper symbolism, like we had on the last Linkin Park single. Heavy is a crown of being Linkin Park, of the expectations of what the band brings. And this is what you asked for. You want us to keep going. You want us to continue. And yet, think about all the criticism. Think about all the backlash that they've gotten. Heavy lies the crown indeed in this case.
This is what you
I'm tired of explaining what the joke is too. That feels like breaking the fourth wall. A little bit of sort of like meta references right there. Dope action as well. I love me some anime action. Cartoon violence is fun. I love how all the players, obviously you see their faces, and it looks like everybody's attacking because they're coming for the crown of T1, right? Looks like T1 is in this cathedral or castle-like structure, defending it, right? Almost like defending their base. But the players have the weapons of different champions, right? So you see them, and it's the players, but then it's also like they're the champions themselves too, and reflected in the skins and what they're wearing.
This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crown.
Hey.
Turn to run, now look what it's become. Outnumbered 10-1. Back then should have bit your tongue, cause there's no turning back. This path once it's begun.
It is wild seeing Mike like this, bro. Linkin Park animation.
Now look what it's become. Outnumbered 10-1. Back then should have bit your tongue, cause there's no turning back. This path once it's begun. You're already on that list, so you don't
Bit your tongue, it's begun. Hang on, before it, I want to let this play, but there was a moment holding the crown. That looked like Faker holding the crown, right? Faker, 4-time world champion. Come on.
no turning back.
He should be holding the crown in that shot.
Path once it's begun. You're already on that list, so you don't want what you can't resist. Waving that sword when
Man, I passed it. I'm gonna get it. I want this. I want this.
turn to run. Now look what it's become.
Yeah, there it is. That's gotta be, right? He's got the glasses. He gets featured a lot in these.
10-1. Back
Obviously, he's one of the GOATs.
and should have bit your tongue, cause there's no turning back. This path once it's begun. You're already on that list, so you don't want what you can't resist. Waving that sword when the pen won't miss. Watch it all falling apart like this. This is what you asked for.
Waving that sword when the pen won't miss. That's an MC's line right there. And there's a dope little almost like scream, like vocal cut, just like way down off to the side of the mix of that.
Waving that sword when the pen won't miss. Watch it all falling apart like this. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crown. Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down.
Love that line.
Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crown. Today's gonna be the day you notice. 'Cause I'm tired of explaining what the truth is. This is what you asked for. This is what you asked for.
Whoa! Breathe! Breathe somewhere! You need oxygen! That was a hell of a scream. An owner taking off the armor. Is he like changing skins here? Going through defeat and then rising back up?
This is what you asked for.
Wow!
This is what you
Oh, fans are gonna love that. I love it. She's got some pipes. There's the king.
What you asked for.
That's Faker.
Heavy is the crown.
Ooh!
Fire in the sunrise. Ashes raining down. Try to hold it in, but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crown. Heavy is the crown.
That's a dope shot. Oh. LCS flag. Is that it? I'll tell you what. In terms of just moves from Linkin Park, right? No matter how you feel, they've created a lot of buzz. They've gotten a lot of attention. Their first single has taken off and blown up. You have to evolve, though, with the times, right? No matter what happens, in order to have longevity in the music industry, right? You have to always be willing to adapt. And I think that is reflected through being willing to work with Riot, which we know, like they're their own label, they're their own powerhouse at this point in time. I love the creative output from Riot Games, right? And League of Legends, and teaming up with one of the most popular esports and games in the entire world. Just to do something different and refreshing and to celebrate the worlds, which we have covered before. We've done the cinematics, we've done the worlds, we've had some really dope ones, but they've gone a different direction. Instead of like the K-pop this time, interesting choosing Linkin Park. But this just feels like a natural shift because rock brings you that aggression. Rock brings you that motivation, that inspiration to rise up, to find that internal light and strength. And the screaming chords that she hits, she's showing you what she's capable of as a singer. Obviously, it's huge shoes to fill. No one is ever going to replace Chester. But if you're a Linkin Park fan and you want them to continue, this feels like a dope follow-up to that single. I'm looking forward to the album. Linkin Park, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys like today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end. Obviously, enjoy the content. Do me a huge favor. Support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. I love you guys. Listen, gotta go rock out my show. I will catch you again. I'll be back with the regular reaction soon. Oh, yeah. Also, huge music video dropping this Friday. Get ready for it. Featuring the homie Ren. See you guys there.